Hi, I'm Charlene Laney, co-founder of Newmaker Financial and certified financial planner. So you're in a relationship and maybe you're just starting to get serious, move in together and share some expenses. Maybe you've even been together for decades and you've always kept your finances separate. Still, you're wondering if it makes sense for you to integrate and intermingle all of your accounts. In this video, we'll be talking about the pros and cons of integrating your finances with your serious long-term partner. So let's get into the pros. Now, the first pro is going to be transparency. This is something that can really help to foster trust for you and your partner over the long term. Both people can see what's going on with the accounts. There's no questions there. And the second piece has to do, again, with the visibility of everybody being able to see what's going on with their money. Is that there's some more agency. Both people are able to take action on the finances, which, is a whole other thing whether or not they actually end up doing something or actually taking action when it comes to the finances. But at least there's no excuse as to whether or not someone does something or has any involvement if they say that they want to. Now, the third piece, of course, again, going back to relationship stability and relationship satisfaction, has to do with commitment. So especially if you are together later in life, the latter stages of life, there is a chance that, of course, you might even still love each other, and that you would do whatever you could to make sure that the other person survives. So if things are being kept separate, and if one spouse or partner runs out of money and needs some intensive hospital care, long-term care, the other would likely step in with their own finances in order to help. And this is just a reality that some long-term partners choose to demonstrate by integrating all of the accounts. Just saying, you know what, we're going to be together forever, and when one of us needs that help, it's all there in one place. Of course, there are cons to integrating your accounts together. And the first one that I know is on everyone's mind somewhere, whether it's deep in the subconscious or up at surface level, is that there is a possibility that the relationship fails. And this, again, is another reality of falling in love, is that not everything works out for the long term. And I recognize that no one wants to have the mindset of a potential failure of their romantic relationship. It is a possibility, and we have to acknowledge that. And the unraveling of your finances and accounts in the event of a breakup, or worse, a divorce, can make things significantly more difficult. The second con is that there is reduced autonomy. Everyone being able to see where all of the money is going, or what you're spending your money on, or various vices that you like to indulge in, that may be something that just doesn't feel as good for you, and you want to be able to live freely, and that includes being able to make your own decisions about where your money goes without any judgment from your partner. And the third con is that one partner is likely not as good with money as the other, or potentially has a lot of debt. And there could be, of course, many things contributing to your partner, or potentially even you, in this case, being bad with money. Often there are some financial traumas that simply haven't been addressed over time that can contribute to how they think of themselves when it comes to their capabilities with money and being able to build those good financial habits. Regardless, if their bad money habits aren't something that you two are able to fix as a couple, it might not make sense to integrate your finances too extensively, or not to the 100% level. And you might also consider seeking out a couples therapist who specializes in financial trauma or expressly does financial therapy. And yes, this is a thing. It is a real thing. We will actually have a separate video on this topic later in the month of May. So very excited to introduce that to you and share more information with you about that. But I've tried to stay fairly balanced about the pros and cons of integrating your accounts. And I will say, just generally, the solution that works best for each couple is, it's not going to be black and white, frankly. We usually recommend a combination of having those personal autonomous accounts without the visibility of your partner being able to see what's happening there, along with the joint accounts for certain shared expenses and shared long-term goals. And the extent to which you choose to share your assets is going to be completely up to you as a couple, of course. And there is still one thing that we do know about sharing finances is that the communication around your money needs to, one, be there, two, be regular, so happening on a regular basis, and three, be non-judgmental in order for the financial part of your relationship and your life together to truly thrive. Now, hopefully this has been a helpful video for you. If you have further questions or want to see more videos on this topic or this arena, relationships and money, certainly let us know. And if you haven't yet, like, share, and subscribe. We will see you again next week.